Alrighty, here's the story of this Marlin 336 RC chambered in 3030 that it results in a soft primer fire on all different types of primer strike when you try several different brands of ammunition. Serial number is Alpha Charlie 259er18, indicating that it was made in the middle 60s. It's got a micro groove barrel. So first off, you can see how much float there is in the finger guard. You'll notice the hammer is not cocked at this point, so you can get an idea of the dimension there that you had mentioned. If the hammer is back, that does not change in that regard. Now, all gun videos should always start with, is the rifle empty? I've previously checked that, but we'll do the cursory. Open the action, close the action, open the action, check the chamber, check the tube. Yes, we are indeed an unloaded rifle. So, let's give a little history on this. So I put the different parts in. I replaced the firing pin, both pieces, the hammer spring, because when I first fired the rifle, after getting it, knowing that it did not fire, you'll see the indented primers right there. We have, what do we have? We have one Hornady and two Federal 30-30 cartridges with a pretty good dimple. One is a double strike and it still did not fire. That was before changing the parts. After changing the parts out, I put in two Winchester 30-30 cartridges. And you'll note in the video, if you can see that, it's even less of a primer strike than before I changed out the parts. So, question I have for you on this rifle is when you cock the mechanism, when you cycle the mechanism, if you'll notice over here, it's a little hard to see, so I'll turn the rifle. The bolt is not quite all the way in. If you push it, you can get another millimeter of travel. So I don't know if that's normal or not. And it does that whether there is a round in the breech or not. We have that little bit of extra room every time you cycle the action. So there you go. So that's the condition of the rifle. In the meantime, I'll let you know that I did acquire, per your suggestion, the 30-30 Climber Tools Win no-go gauge. We'll try that with the extractor off the bolt and report back. Historically, let me show you some parts here. This was the rear firing pin, and this is going to be kind of hard to see in this video. But this is the rear firing pin, and if you look at the front, you can see the damage that is done in the misshapen areas at the front of that pin. It's really quite scarred on this side. Here's the indent for where the retaining pin goes through on the side of the rear. And the rear of this pin is pretty badly mangled on the side, which would be the left side of the rifle. And on the rear, if you look closely, you can see that there is a bevel there that is pronounced and worn for the hammer strike. Now, on the old firing pin itself, and again, here is the cut-in right here for the the retaining pin. The rear of this also has, let's see if we can get that to focus for you there. There's also a good bit of wear right here where the angle is changed at the rear of the firing pin. I wish it would focus when I brought it in closer, so I'll just turn that around for you so you can see that. So, in terms of orientation, here is, I'm holding it so that the pin would be going down through it, so we're looking top down on this. And so the wear is actually on the top side of this firing pin, if I've got my orientation right. So there you go. That is the status of the rifle as is. It does not fire. I have not checked the headspace, so I will not attempt to fire another round until we go through that test and I report back. Thanks.